Hi guys, this is Tracy. This week we have the Life is Better with Pumpkins Free SVG, and I'm going to show you how to arrange and ungroup and attach this for easier cutting with your projects. Before we get started, what I want to show you with this design, I'm going to come down here to the lines from the pumpkin. I'm just going to make a duplicate so you can see what I'm talking about. These lines right here are very thin, so if you're going to be using adhesive vinyl, I probably would leave this step out. I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of how thin this is. With adhesive vinyl, sometimes it could be a little more difficult to cut and weed your projects, and this is very thin. The reason I left this in here, if you wanted to make this into a printable design, it helps your design pop a little more, kind of gives it more of a watercolor look, in my opinion. But again, if you wanted to leave it out, you could, and you can see with your pumpkin here. There, I left slice lines in here, so you actually have like a negative space right here. So whatever project you put it on, like a black shirt or your canvas, that's going to show through this negative space right here. So personal preference, if you want to cut it out, you obviously can. But I wanted to make you guys aware of that before we get going, so you know I don't want you to run into any issues. So with this week's design, I have the elements grouped, but they are not attached. So what that is, if you don't know the difference, when you go to make this, let's take a look at, let's see, the green here. It's grouped, but it is not attached. So on my screen, my canvas, it shows that these are all together, but when you come to cut it, they're actually separate. So that's why you want to use your attach feature. Okay. Now you absolutely can leave it that way if you want to. It saves on vinyl if you don't want to waste a whole lot of vinyl, but this just helps with easier placement when you actually go to put your project together. So the black, I'm going to, let's see, ungroup our project first. You know I like to hide things as we go, so I remember what we're doing. The green, I'm going to go ahead and just hit the attach button, and I'm going to hide that one. The brown, for this project, if you wanted to attach your stem and the dots, you could. This is, personal preference. I left it ungrouped so that if you wanted to change the color of the stem, that you could. Some people like green stems, but I think I am going to go ahead and attach it. So I've got my brown highlighted. I'm going to hit my shift button and I'm going to choose the stem. And then I'm going to attach that, and let's hide that. Okay. And then for the maroon, attach that, and the dots and these little leaves right here, I'm going to attach those. And the pumpkin is actually a different color from the little stems right there, or the leaves and the little dots. You can make it the same color if you want to. Personal preference, I just left it color different, a little bit darker for more of a contrast. Okay, and let's see. I think that's everything. Let's bring this all back here. And the words, I am actually going to leave that little black line in the design, just so you guys can see. If you ever want to know what colors you have, I don't know if you guys know this little color sync thing. You can look over here and see what colors are the same, which ones are different. So you can see that this orange is actually different than this orange. But if you attached it, it would all be the same color. So now when we go to make it, just for an example, let's find our green. Now this is all attached. So this is going to cut in the placement of what your design is. And like I said, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. A lot of people don't like to waste all that vinyl in there. So this is your black. This is the little stitching marks for the patch. If you wanted to, depending on how good you are with weeding, you could take this and move this object, put it on your other black mat, and have it land right in the center here. And then when you cut this out of your vinyl, you could actually just cut that square out of there. But remember, if you guys are going to use HTV, you want to hit your mirror button, and you need to do that on all the mats. You need to make sure that you mirror your design if you're using HTV. But that's it. Pretty simple design this week. I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the Facebook group if you make it, and show off your project, because you know I love seeing them. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate you. Have a great day.